Smile and the whole world smiles with you.
The pleasure. Before the pain!
This is our hardest place.
I wouldn't have any in my Boy Scouts brigade.
I think my body's telling me I've had enough.
You can't do it, and you're a waste of time for the regiment.
Guys, you feeling strong?
Such a pointless exercise.
It's hard, very, very hard.
SAS, Are You Tough Enough? Gets tougher still.
You're an absolute shambles.
Sunday at 9 on BBC Two.
Now on BBC Two, the moving story of a witness.
In October 1972, a party of 40 Uruguayan rugby players and their relatives chartered a plane to Chile. One of the players was 19-year-old Roberto Canessa. The old Air Force plane disappeared in the middle of the Andes. After 70 days in the snow, Roberto Canessa and 15 others emerged to tell the world the harrowing story of their survival. Nearly 30 years later, the accident is still fresh in Canessa's mind. There were people screaming, crying. Many were praying. I prepared myself to die. I held tight. The plane began to skid at great speed. There's going to be a crash. But it suddenly stopped. All the seats came loose, and I said to myself, I'm saved. It's incredible, but I'm alive. Over time, magazines, books, and more recently Hollywood have turned their heroic story of survival into the stuff of legend.
Look, here's the plane, it comes out, and I think it's going to go left to right.
Those who survived the crash realized that to stay alive, they would have to break one of the strictest of taboos. Someone said, I think I'm going mad because I'm thinking of eating the dead. I think we were also swayed by the fact that we heard over the radio that the search had been called off owing to bad weather. You might say, what will people think? But people thought we were dead. What right had they to judge us? The decision to eat human flesh was soon overtaken by far more pressing concerns. You were sat there and there was your friend's face, dead. You were alive and he was dead. Our faith in God was tested. God was a great help. We had an ongoing dialogue as we got ready to die. We knew that in the afterlife you went to heaven, but we weren't ready for it yet. What we couldn't know is whether your dead friend was better off or worse off than yourself. One night an avalanche killed another 8 whilst they were sleeping in the plane. The survivors realized they had to go in search of help. They made sleeping bags from the plane's insulation, sewed together with the electrical wiring. With other materials, they made sunglasses. "60 days after the crash, Roberto Canessa and Nando Parrado set off across the treacherous mountains. I was going to walk till I died. If God was giving me the chance to walk west, I knew it couldn't be more than 100 kilometers. Each step was half a meter. The mission wasn't going to fall on my account." 10 days and 10 nights later, they spotted a shepherd in the distance. The nightmare was over. Their story moved the world. To this day, Canessa is swamped by letters from people inspired by his example. There are children with awful illnesses, struggling through their own NDs, people disappointed with their lives who say to me, "After what you did to survive, I can't possibly give up on my life."